Hey YouTube. I know this week everyone is pretty much talking about the Julian Assange trial, the sexual assaults, whatever they're calling it now, thing that he just got out on bail for. But I'm gonna skip past that, and I'm going to remind everybody that Bradley Manning, the U.S. Army private that is accused of actually giving Assange and WikiLeaks the files in the first place, is still in solitary confinement. It's been 7 months now, I guess. He's been labeled a maximum custody detainee, which is basically the sort of highest level of solitary confinement that you can get, and not have the UN breathing down your necks, I guess. I don't know. Even then, I don't know, it's considered torture in most countries already at that point. There's 23 hours a day of solitary confinement, and then, an hour of walking around outside your cell or whatever. And when you're in your cell, you don't get a pillow, blanket, it's all crazy. You're hopped up on antidepressants so that your brain doesn't, psychologically snap and you just go insane from that level of solitary confinement. And it's just really fucked up. And so he's been there for about 7 months, yet to have a trial. So, there hasn't been any sort of due process or anything yet. They have sort of witness testimony from Adrian Lamo and a couple of chat logs and things like that. I'm not sure exactly how much evidence they have, but they certainly have enough to sort of move forward with things. It shouldn't really be taking this amount of time to process the case, and solitary confinement, especially at that level, is a little bit extreme, I would say, considering the complete lack of flight risk, the non-violent crime, there's just no precedent for that kind of thing. I know, military is a little bit different than civilian courts and that, but even still, it's pretty out there. And given that Julian Assange just got bail for suspected sexual assault or sexual crimes of some manner, whatever they're labeling it these days, it's pretty crazy to keep someone in solitary confinement 23 hours a day for the last 7 months waiting for their trial. So yeah, just remember, all this Julian Assange stuff is, it's really high profile, but when you get right down to it, there's a lot more going on in the background, and there's sort of a serious dog and pony show going on to keep everyone rather quite distracted from the root of the matter, or what I would consider the root of the matter anyway. If you are a fan of WikiLeaks and Julian Assange and all of that, then I imagine it's somewhat likely that you're also in Bradley Manning's corner when it comes to his case. Some people probably wouldn't be, because there is a difference between sort of pulling information out and giving it to somebody and publishing information that somebody gave you. There's different laws regarding that. So I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but I'm certainly in Bradley Manning's corner and don't think that what he did should be considered a crime at all. And it's quite obvious from reading some of the chat logs between him and Adrian Lamo, who I don't even want to get into that, but yeah, some of the chat logs make it very clear that he intended to essentially be a whistleblower. He's not trying to make money off of it. He's not trying to hurt anyone. He just thought that the public really needed to know this information. So yeah, I'm all for Bradley Manning, and hopefully he can get that shit worked out, because that is fucking harsh. So anyway, yeah, so when you're talking about Julian Assange and all that, just remember there's other people involved too that are in a lot worse spot right now than Julian Assange. See you later.